Ah. Oh. There. Let's try this screen thing again here. I hit my damn camera cord. I get for just throwing stuff around. Can't just throw stuff. You gotta make sure you put it back where it goes. You get punished. My butt, it just. I love my back scratcher. Scratches everywhere. My butt. My back. Used to pick stuff off the floor. I don't have to leave my chair. I'm gonna have to leave my chair anyways because the laundry stopped. Damn it. Alright. Come here, you. Yay. Drop my absolver. Okay. Hold on here because I gotta go do my laundry. Be right back. Gotta do laundry flip. I gotta wash clothes twice. Oh, there's something in my way. There. Ooh, get out the way. Okay. Yeah, I don't have hot water to my laundry. Makes it difficult to wash clothes sometimes. But I, however, do have additives and things that I put in there. So when you're painting stuff, even on your base coats, I like to put down a layer of clear coat after it because it helps protect the base coat. Sometimes I do it when the stuff's still wet because I think it'll mix, but I've never been too sure of the results on that. I do know this stuff smells like bananas. Like the banana candy. I like Runts. Runts are awesome. Makes your paint weak though. I got two little spots from when I set it down I can do. Oops. It's a bit more paint than I thought I was going to need. It wasn't dry yet. I think that I completely missed it. Not that this is utterly important, it's just the base coat. Hey, Boomtendo! Not to say the base coat isn't important, but I'm going to paint over this. So it's not like it's a big deal for it to be perfect, because it's not like I'm using the base coat for an actual coat, like I do on a lot of the blasters I do. Which I got a tip from Nerm I might start doing. I might start basing out my blasters in silver. That way when they take a damage, you have a good hard coat of base underneath them. Yeah, see, this stuff works by making your paint gooey. So I got about a minute or two here till this needs to dry and not be gooey. Because the heat from the hairdryer doesn't help. It helps dry it, but it doesn't make it any less gooey. Now I could be a madman. Tape off all of that. Leave the filigree exposed, then go back and do it the other way. But that's insane. Especially for a base project. I'm nuts when it comes to doing stuff like that, but I want to be done with this today at some time. I don't want this to turn into the damn pistols I was working on. I went from a, whoop, don't do that, dumbass. Went from a nothing project, from a quick project, to a whole week because I had the bright idea. Where'd my drink go? There we go. Of painting it specially. Oh, it's good. Not as good as soda. So good. It's my last one too. So I think we're gonna go with the Crust-Oleum brass because my copper and my bronze are all gone. No, actually the bronze has got a shitty nozzle. So shaky, shaky, shaky both of them. They call me a Cuban Pete. Boom, chicka boom, boom, chicka boom, boom, chicka boom. Charo. Dog. I am Charo. I have boobs. It's the end of my career. Then I was on Hollywood Squares, and I still had boobs. It was still the end of my career. I just didn't know it enough. Get up there. My little zombie guy. Sister got me a huge box of stickers for my birthday last year. They're all awesome. Some of them are more awesome than others. But they are all awesome. And I love them. And I do a little more painting to make myself a little more high. Stone. Too much walking. Choose one thing. Too much tripping, and my soul's wanting. I'm the character today. That is what I need. Too much to hold. And I take you home. You contemplating. I have to take you out. Release today. No conversation. Right, this stuff dries differently. Time to take her home. To take her home. To take her home. There we go. Couple of spritzes of this is spritzes. Oh, David James, hello. Not the best time for a stream, but I think the paint's actually melting that plastic. Curious. Doc, if it's really cool. Got a little world map. Godzilla. Oh, blow it. Oh. When you look and see right through me, cut the rope and bend to my knees. Born and bloody everybody. Whoops, single time. Always keep me under finger. That's the spell. Oh, looks pretty good. Can I rush? Putting it down. I am doing okay, Mr. James. I tried it on there pretty good. We're gonna try this. The filigree's up top, so the filigree is what's gonna get it's gonna get hand painted anyway, so I'm not too the right shit. That's the right shit, yeah. That's right. This stuff requires lots of shaking. A little more angle away from my equipment. Paint my drawing book and my hat. Oh, with that again. I'm going to put black paint on to get the paint back off it. Weak spot. Paint dry. Yeah! This is kind of boring a little bit, but once I can start looking at the screen again here, I get this hardened up, we'll be good to go. Currently, I gotta get the good base coat down. Once that happens, we're all in business. And it's hand painting time. You guys get to watch me try not to go blind. I stare horribly into the death and doom of the maybe I should have turned the fan on. It depends, I guess, how much I want to communicate with the Martians. I want to see that, Mr. Boomfendo. That would be cool. Hey, you should design a cylinder for the Hurricane. Since they got the high crush stuff part done, you could probably get 20 rounds in that damn thing. Because somebody's already done the mag thingy. I wonder if the mag thingy is compatible with your mag thingy for the Boomco. And then you can Boomco that Hurricane. That'd be really cool. Huh. What's wrong with you? Buy one! You should buy one. Best decision of my life. Yep. Just the filigree up a little bit. Just because it got warm though. It's just a surface screwy. So okay, now I need something to set it on while it cools. It's propped up. Shouldn't be too hard to find. There. Now it's sitting on the glass with the lasers. Get the lid that went south. Completely left. Mad left, I tell you. Ah, butts. Wait a minute, was that the final die? That's the matte finish. See? Oh, that would have been a big mistake. See? Matte finish, black top. Shit box. Oh, it still won't come off. Fine. Dildo Baggins. There we go. Now, need random cardboard. Again. Purposeful razor. Keep up the good work. Which one's the regulator? The regulator. That's the one with the. Let's see. 10 darts would be awesome too. The regulator. That's the one with the three shots. And I think I have a regulator. That's the one with the 3 shots. I own a regulator. We should convert the regulator to shoot tampons. That way I could definitely make a regulator. The regulator shoots. That's not right. Not right either. But regulator shoots mega darts. They'll be able to shoot tampons. Some might find that offensive. I find it not offensive. Oh, I hate this container. I picked it up from the Goodwill because it's deep enough to handle the paint, but if the lid falls off, it's just a really shitty container. We need blue because it's got the earth and emerald green. It's cobalt blue. That's primary blue. Maybe a cobalt instead. I'm a fan of cobalt blue. I like the cobalt blue. Maybe a little brown. Maybe not. I don't know. Figure it out. No, there's the ammunition. The only good thing is I don't have to close this then. I can just kind of like hook the lid in and set her down. We need to get another. I have another container. I just haven't instituted the policy yet. Okay. Now apparently this is how Clowny gets his brain damage. Whoa, that's not the right one. in a conversation I had with the NERM man about my paints that I use, these Liquitex are actually supposedly good paint. However, these were taken from the market because they were toxic. Uncle Clowny likes to lick his paintbrush, which would explain a lot. I've been eating lead paint for the last 30 years. Just small doses. Not enough to kill you, but enough to make you interesting. Study. I want my brush. Give me my brush. Where are my files again? There's my favorite brush. There we go. But I didn't clean it. No, it's as hard as a teenager in math class. Need the liquid to clean it. Means I'm gonna have to lick it. There's a statement I never thought I'd say again. Okay. No. Still pointy. Still pointy. How about that? Tastes like brain damage. Delicious. I can practically taste the neurological regression. Yay! Okay, this one's not the snot rag. The other would be the snot rag. This would not be the snot rag. This would be the rag for that. Okay. I'm gonna practice this motion my entire life. Roll up a little bit. Shake it up. Shake it up. Dance all night. Something to shake it up. Don't know the words. Where to start? Let's start where it's difficult. This gives a neat look when it's over top of the brass like this. Let's go down here a little while so you guys can see. Raptor Strike. Did I say that? Or did I say it was up for sale? I don't remember. Which one's the Raptor Strike? Suddenly I don't remember. Oh! The orange thing. Yes. Oh, I was supposed to do this. Shit, the box is in my car. Son of a bitch. I let my roommate take my car to work because I had a really long night. Let's get serious for a moment, huh? So, you take a look at me and you think, hey, this guy is a picture of health, right? Well, no, not really. But my parents are very active people. As active as I ain't, they am. So, my dad had been having some chest problems on his hikes and things like that, and we really don't know how long it had been going on because it's, we don't talk about such things. It's just not talked about. So apparently, there's been a lot of heart problems in my family. Apparently, my dad has some pretty good blockage going on. And there's a valve that's damn near sealed off. So he has to go in very, very soon for open heart surgery. And your Uncle Clowny, I'm not worried about him going in for surgery because my father's a tough son of a bitch. I mean, that's not gonna get him. My grandpa had 2 or 3 open heart surgeries. Of course, he did die of pulmonary failure, but that wasn't related to the open heart surgeries. If thing is, it's like a 6-month recovery rate. It's not like something you just get over very quickly. And the problem with that is that he's going to need, my mom is still, parents are still married. He's going to need help with stuff around the house, and so will my mom. My brother and my sister are, I've been thinking about this since they first said he's going to have open heart surgery. I'm not, let's say, proficient at things like stairs. Because of my weight and my health, I don't know what I'm actually going to be able to do or anything. I mean, yard work is kind of out of the question. I can't ride the tractor because I can't reach the pedals, so I can't mow. I sure as hell I'm not going to be able to push mow 4 acres of property. That's for damn sure. I mean, honestly, I feel bad because I'm about to become useless in helping my family help my father through his recovery. I mean, like, I get winded taking a crap. Like, coming downstairs to my shop is too much for me. Like, well, it used to be too much for you. It can be a lot some days coming down here for this, depending on how I'm feeling and maybe how much I drink or something along those lines. I have some health issues as well, but I don't quite know what to do. I mean, I can't not help. He's my dad, but at the same time, there's not much I can do because my health is piss poor. And my siblings haven't seemed to have caught on to that. And that's going to be a hard pill to swallow for them, let alone me serve it on a plate. So I've been losing sleep over the last 2 weeks or more, I guess. Not exactly sure when I learned that he had to go in. Yeah, basically, because everybody in the family once again has to pay for my bad decisions of my life, and I'm not going to be able to help in any decent way, which is heartbreaking. No pun intended. Well, that's what's been going on with your Uncle Clowny, other than trying to figure out exactly where the paint lines on this damn thing and dreaming up ways to make money. There's a lot of lines on this filigree. Little shields here too. I think they're going to get done. This is definitely going to turn into a more than a day project again. I have it finished by tomorrow though, for sure. So I have to go back to my parents' house on Saturday because everybody got together last weekend and I didn't show up after Dad got out of the hospital for having like they were checking his veins to see if they could put stents in, if they had to or not. I forget what they call that. They go in through your arm and run a hose in to try to determine the blockage. I forget what they call that. But I didn't go. It wasn't a major thing, it's a minor thing, but then everybody got together afterwards, because Dad was in the hospital, and hung out and talked and stuff, and I didn't go. So I had plans, and I didn't know Dad was going to be in the hospital. I didn't bother to tell anybody. But we didn't go, so I'm going to have to make sure I go up this weekend for sure. Hey, Rodney. We're working on a compass. This side's all taped up at the moment, so I don't mess up the thing. It's a compass you find at Walmart. It's in the grab bag stuff by the pinatas. I thought it would look good with the Canon as an added little thing to go with the Canon. It's got all this neat little filigree all over it, and then the world map behind it, which can be fun to paint. Probably a day project, although it is getting to be like a little later in the day here, so I'm not sure how much of a day it's going to actually be. Might end up being a 2-day project. This one in particular came from a Nerf war called Epic Battle, as to where we went down to West Virginia and camped for 3 days and nerfed. The first day was a Nerf war. First day everybody camped and had fun because it was the Friday, and then we all met up. Saturday we all went and did the events, camping. We did Nerf warring. Then we went over to campgrounds and we did sword fighting and target shooting events, fast draw events, all kinds, anything we come up with. My personal favorite was giant foam weapons. I came up with giant foam weapons. I took took couch cushions and glued, averaged 2 of them together to make things on poles. So we had like gigantic hammers. They only lasted for like the trip because they were foamy and they got beaten up pretty hard. But man, that was a lot of fun. This was one of the Gravity reward bags that one of the people did for. They made little bags for everybody that showed up with stuff in them and candy and things, and this was in the bag. And so I'm deciding to give it a nice repaint to put it with something cool. No, like climbing on a pole, like halberds, swords that were like literally like 6 feet tall and like a foot wide. I had a hammer, a big hammer, a double-sided, single-sided axe, double-sided axe, giant hammer. I was gonna build a mace, but I ran out of time. And couch cushions. Well, I don't pay for the couch cushions. I wait till somebody has a couch for sale or throwing one out, and then I go take the cushions in the middle of the night. So I steal the cushions. No, Nerf guy on the bench. Hello. You asked how I am doing. Well, you missed the whole speech. Long story short, I'm not getting a lot of sleep because my health is horrible and I'm useless. Coming up because my father's health has taken a bad turn as to where he needs to get open heart surgery and parts replaced. And I'm not going to be able to do much to help because I can't do so much as I can't mow the lawn. I can barely, like, the house is, there's not, like, with my health, like, I sit most of the time. So I can't do lawn work. I can maybe do laundry. I mean, I don't know what the hell to do around the house, and I have to find a way to Find a way to figure it out. Thunderdome. Rob? Rob, is that you? Just this Thunderdome. Yeah, I can't walk too good either, to be honest. Like, I have to watch what I'm eating because, like, without being on medication anymore, because I don't have insurance and I still haven't signed up for the government insurance. Like, I don't have the medications I was on, so I'm missing, like, the water pills and stuff, which are fine. I just don't eat like a lot of junk food, and then I don't swell up, which is good. I don't eat junk food sucks anyways. Well, bologna is awesome. Once a week, eat pizza. Everything else, I digress. I'm like I don't know how to. I feel bad because I screwed up my physical health in my life, and now once again the rest of my family is going to pay for it. Oh, I thought you had the government insurance thing there. Did that get tapped away when the Red Hat took over? Or is it a funding thing? Because that shit's expensive. Just the stuff I used to have to take before I started self-medicating again. That was much better. Well, I don't suggest anybody do that. I by no means suggest anybody do that. But you do what you do to survive. That's what we do. Survive. I could sing the song if I could remember the damned words. Yeah, that looks pretty good like that. Wish it was more of a nickel. This is a gunmetal. But I'm going to wash it over with black anyways. So it's not like it's going to be legally served. Don't have insurance in the government. Yeah. The hoops you have to jump through for that. Yeah. Jump through hoops to get disability, and you can't jump through hoops because you're disabled. Oh, Rob, if there's anything I can do, let me know. I mean, my buddy's pretty good with that stuff, but he's in Pennsylvania like I am. I don't know how you move through it and well no wait, that's government. That might not be that might be the same thing. Well, that's not state, that's Fed stuff. So that should be I wonder if he knows a way to speed that out. Because he had to do it with his mother. Speed that up. And get around some of the hoops. It's Trump Care. Trump Care. That would be Trump Care would be. This doesn't sound good. Jesus. Obamacare. It sounds so much better. But let me. I'll put a word in with him to see if he knows of any tricks and stuff. Because I think he had a problem when Obamacare went away too. Because they were working on getting it for his mom when Obamacare was going on. But I don't think they got any further. Waiting until spring. Well, is that the projected date there when they're supposed to get back to you? Spring, I take it. It's not too bad. We already went through daylight savings, so spring is, I guess they say spring is on the way. How about that with the groundhog? Yes, for spring here. We did the groundhog thing. I hate that fucking groundhog. God damn it, I hate that thing. I honestly like to shoot the groundhog, pull his ass up, and put a 223 right through the brick. National television, Punxsutawney Phil assassinated. Spring this motherfucker. God. Oh, man. Well, Rob, it is good to hear from you. I mean, even though, both me and you are apparently having all kinds of fun. I guess everybody has that. I guess that's the kind of thing that goes in this hobby. Everybody has their fun, quote unquote. I mean, yeah, I understand that, Rob. Yeah, getting panicky. Yeah, my issues. Switch it back to me at the moment here. My issues are what cost me my job at Walmart because I thought I was okay, and I wasn't. And because of that, I lost my shit and temper, and that's what cost me my job. Took that for me to realize I had issues and problems. However, those issues and problems are not your issues and problems. I don't mean they're not your issues or problems like you don't give a shit or anything like that. I mean, it's a different wheelhouse of issues and problems. Like, I'm pretty, God, I don't know how to say it without sounding like an asshole. I can probably get a handle on mine. Just gotta say it. I don't mean to sound like a dick. That makes me sound like a dick. I don't mean to sound like a dick. That's not what I mean. That's exactly what I mean, but it's not what I mean. I mean, it's exactly what I mean, but it's not what I mean. So, and the whole father going into surgery and stuff, that's gonna be fun. But oh well, I guess that's again, case scenario. I have to worry about paying him back for the car. I mean, it's fucking dark. Oh, my sister would kick my testicles up into my eye sockets if she heard me say that. Good thing she doesn't subscribe. Oh, God, hieroglyphics. Goat down eye, thumb into an angel music. Puppy Cthulhu, sim puppy car vagina. Well, vagina happy. I guess that would. Or Eiffel Tower. I got new contacts. It's on their hands. God. Oh boy. I think I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing right here before I put myself into a nice little funk. I have to go crawl back upstairs and I'll watch more TV again. Ain't no food up there, and I'm missing prime components for making things like gin and tonic. We have two. We have basically what you put into gin and tonic. I don't have enough lemon left. I'm fucking If I offended, I can't tell whether I offended you or not, Rob, because I don't speak New Age. If I did, Rob, I apologize. I apologize. I got my brain. No, I apologize. It's just that's not what I was trying to get at there. But I'm assuming by the amount of random streaming coming through there, I think we're okay. Okay, as long as I didn't offend you, I can offend somebody else. I'm good at that. I like offending. Fender the offender. My buddy's new girlfriend has plenty of kids I can offend. One's in school, he's in college, so I'm guessing he probably thinks he knows it all. The other one's got like Asperger's or something. And the other one decided he doesn't like what his plumbing is. So if I want to offend somebody, I'm pretty sure I can do it with her. Not, or anybody that's listening to me at the very moment, because I sound like a complete asshole. Cloudy is an asshole. This stream will not be saved. That's for damn sure. So you get this really neat effect when you hand brush on this here. Yeah, seriously. Okay, so Asperger's. All right. Why Asperger's? I mean, I thought it was the first time I heard about it. I thought it was a joke because it's called Asperger's. Asperger's. It sounds like a made up thing. It's a horrible. It's not. I'm assuming it must be named by the guy that discovered it. Well, that guy probably had a hard time. Oh my god. Oh, that makes a lot of sense now. If it's named after the guy that discovered it, he probably had a hard time in school. Since he had a hard time in school, he probably got homeschooled. That's why he became smart and got a doctorate. But because he was homeschooled around that time, there wasn't the same socialization programs. Therefore, he got weird, discovered he decided to name his own weird thing, and that's why they call it Asperger's. Wow, circular logic saves me again. I love that. That's how I figured out how the gummy bears make meth. Stop laughing. No, I can't. I won't stop. It's not appropriate to laugh. Not appropriate to laugh at Asperger's syndrome. Well, you have Asperger's syndrome. I guess you wouldn't know that. Jesus. Just racking up the freaking points to hell today, aren't I? God. Making jokes about my dad being in the hospital coming up, making jokes about people's health issues and everything else, and sociological and transvesties and everything. I am just going right off the tippet scale today, aren't I? I woke up and took my took my dick pills. I guess that would keep you from rolling out of bed. Jesus. Oh, see, in my day, when they kept you from rolling out of bed, they just put wooden sides on the bed. That way you wouldn't roll out of bed. Now they give you a pill so you won't roll out of bed. Oh, the YouTube robots are going to love this stream. Come on, robots. Come on, robots. How about, come in. Yeah, rabbits. Yeah, rabbits. Painty, painty, painty. Painty, painty, painty. Oh, you keep bumping spots. That's a problem with this kind of paint. This is not like Citadel paint or something. This is a cheap paint, and then the gold paint's under dill picker and an Asperger. Bacon Aspergers. Hardy's Asperger stackers. Not to be outdone, KFC. Oh, well, I guess KFC wouldn't have Asperger's because they serve chicken. It would be because I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not gonna say it. Oh, I don't either. Like this is the therapy for that. Like my brain is go radio go all the time. It just come like the stuff that's coming out of my mouth is how the brain works for me all the time. It's a love and a hate because it never I just say the radio doesn't turn off. The radio is always going. I get to come up with really cool stuff, neat ideas and things, but on the other side of it, like it'll keep me from I keep from focusing. So I had to learn how to how to focus it through doing different projects and doing mind numbing detailed things like this seems to shut it down, which is great because I get to pull it into this kind of mode and actually do neat stuff. Yeah, see, KFC. We make yeah the breaded. They take the only healthy part of the damn sandwich and move it away, throw it out, and glue two pieces together with cheese and bacon as rebar. Yeah, that was. I just remember seeing those, thinking, "Wow, that looks good," and I thought, "God, no wonder I'm fat." I mean, that's awful. It's an awful thing to want to eat. Yeah, so the mind numbingness of this is what keeps things like help like keep my brain in check, which is fun because then I get to like, oh my god, I love to sit and like one of my favorite things to do is just sit and watch movies and like I do my own MS3TK. Like one of these days I'll start recording it maybe. I just have to figure out I like the broadcasting thing is what keeps me scared from doing it because I don't want to get in trouble, especially the way my mouth runs on the movies. But like I'll sit and watch a movie and just literally make myself laugh into oblivion. I don't even have to have anybody else in the room. I am my own best entertainment. Oh, bed bugs. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, yeah. I had bed bugs. Oh God. I didn't have them very long. As soon as I figured out what the bite marks were on my arm, I found out it was bed bugs, and I immediately hit the internet and just started doing research. Uh, the best thing I had to combat those things were the dryers at the laundromat. I took it and just baked my clothes and everything that was there. I powdered and everything that was around, and I used my hair dryer and my heat gun to like get in every crack and crevice of my bed and the sheets and everything like that, and I nipped them before they came problematic. And then the summer came, and then I got black ants, the little sugar ants, not the horrible guys. Yeah, bed bugs are frick. I hate bed bugs. They're awful things. Apparently, they had them here too, and they had hard time getting rid of them here, but then the way the answer to, like, like dealing with cockroaches here apparently is to try to, like, carpet bomb them with bug bomb and multiple levels of radiation and things such as that. And that doesn't work that way. Like, you can bomb everything you want, all you want. And you can try all you want, but if you don't know your enemy and know their habits and how they work, you can't deal with the stuff. And that's why I credited to me getting rid of my bed bugs quickly, was I did research on the little bastards and figured out what their weaknesses and stuff were, which, by the way, is not many. I'm systematically staring at Headley. Yeah, see? Exactly. If you can catch those suckers quick, man, you can get rid of them. They go away. But you, once those, they're tenacious little sons of bitches. They're thin enough that they can crawl into places where, like, the chemicals that you use to spray them will not go. It just doesn't get there. It's like behind lights. Like I was cleaning behind. I took all my light socket plates off and put the sprays and stuff in there because it said it might not get in there. They like to hide in there. The suckers will travel like the length of my, well, I had it. They would travel like the length of my trailer every night to find food. And they're blind, and so they do it by hunting down CO2 emissions. So I got the idea to I can't tell if it worked or not. Yeah, roaches have no rules. Roaches are ugh. And, I got the idea to make CO2 traps. You do them for mosquitoes. You basically make like a yeast trap and you invert a soda bottle top and then flip it over, and then it makes a trap. So I made thin ones and then coated the edges in the liquid that was inside of them. I found a couple of them in there on more than one occasion, but it wasn't like the mosquitoes where you just get tons of them in there. So I'm not sure exactly as to how, if it worked by happenstance or if it worked by design. Either way, I consider at least one in there a success. Socket's the enemy. He is my enemy and my friend. Yes. See, Rob, that's why I like you. That's why I like you. My roommate thinks that just bug bombing the place after multiple attempts to get rid of the bugs at night, and at night, mind you, at night, is going to work. It's going to work. But you have to open up every cabinet, every plate, every dish, everything in the house that touches that spray is going to have to be rewashed. Going to have to be washed, which means I'm going to have to do that because I kind of handle all the washing for stuff like that. Yeah, Rob, I didn't tell many people myself. Anybody that was at work that was having trouble with them, I offered up my advice on how to get rid of them, but I never actually told many people that that I had them, because they take like 3 steps back and then a big long jump. Yeah, you're right. It makes you what did you put you in exile. It really kind of does. You're right about that. I pulled the stove away today with my other roommate and the 2 fridges, and I don't think anybody's ever cleaned behind those damn things. I mean, it looked like somebody just spilled tar everywhere. It was awful. It took a lot of hot bleach, soapy water to clean that up and scrubbing. I got most of it loose. Some of it just doesn't want to come up immediately. I got a mop with a scrub mop, and I need a mop that doesn't have a scrub. I need a scrubby on a stick so I can lean into it. And that's my plan for getting rid of all the bugs. Is because what's happening is when he goes out in the night, so here's our kitchen. So you have like the cabinets are here, the door's here, and then there's the stove and the stuff's here, and the other fridge is here. Because I sweep out the floor. When I've seen the bugs, all the bugs are going out this direction. They're going towards another spot that's over here. So instead of me crushing them when I saw them, I wanted to see which way they were trying to go. I wanted to see where the little suckers were going to hide, because that was a spot that apparently I was missing. And he just stumps them, and then he wants bug spray. If I wanted to see where they were going, because I want to know where their home is. Follow the little suckers back to their home. Get them. Send in a scout. Look for Ortho and Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Census Scotch. 10 years of same thing. Yeah. Well, you said so yourself, Rob. They carry a stipulation. I mean, they used to be. It's one of those. It's a hungover stipulation. Yay! It's I guess it's still a proper phrase. It's a outdated stipulation as to where bed bugs just used to be this horrible, horrible thing, and now like everybody can get them. They are literally on this damn rise across the nation because they are just spreading. And it has nothing to do with people's nasty anymore. You can just get them. All it takes is one little bed bug. So don't be ashamed. Be proud. Be proud. You've accomplished something, and you're now part of the masses. You have inadvertently conformed to society's rules. What if I get a job working for Ortho? That's not a bad idea. Holy crap. For all those years living in the drop, you might have just solved a problem for me. I'm trying to find some kind of skilledish labor. And, like, every time I got some kind of bugs or, like, insects or mice or something invading, I didn't just throw traps at it. I went and figured out what they're wrong and how you fight the bastards. Rob, you may have. I think I got something else to research when I get done with this tonight when I go to bed. I think I'm going to pull my thing up and see about getting a job at Ortho. That's something that's right up my alley. They're not dangerous. They're just gross. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. Like my brother, and actually this house to some degree, cycles a lot of people in and out of this place. Particularly, we had some dirty roommates. We had dirty people. I mean, in the length of time that my buddy's lived here, he's had. Let's see. He probably had at least 2 people move out or move in every year. So that much activity will stir things up, and people bring whatever they brought from other places. So yeah, I mean it's a complete thing. What was the name of the mutant from the Ninja Turtles? It was a bug. I forget what the bug was. Not the new one. Not the new one. Not the Roachinator. Not the new curl one, but the original one. I forget what the original guy's name was. Pirate would know. Pirate just pulls that stuff up quick. No problem there, Rob. No problem. People listen to me because I yammer. Yammer. Oh my god, what a cool word. I'm gonna have to spray paint this here soon. I should have done that damn back on this thing first. Because putting my fingers across it, I'm gonna run out of places to. I need a. No, not Baxter. I'm not thinking of Baxter. This was like a roach or something, like kind of like the garbage guy. It was garbage. This was near the end of the Turtles when they started making a bunch of really stupid ass characters. because they didn't know it because they were just running stuff up. Every time they deal with turtles, every time though, they always end up making like the goo characters and the goo shooters and stuff like that. The turtle toys they never make a new turtle toy. They never really do. Of course, I guess turtles have been around for so damn long. It's kind of hard to. I mean, Christ. It depends on which one you follow, because there's like the happy-go-lucky turtles that we had when we were kids, or I was a kid, from Saturday morning cartoon, and then there's the brutal-ass turtles. And he was some kind of cockroach. I think he came out like when the bat was out and stuff like that. I don't know. It's like one of the random cases in a bucket somewhere with a bunch of my other ones. So I'm probably going to mail them out to somebody, and I'm not going to say the name because it'll spoil it. I'm probably going to end up mailing a bunch of those out, a bunch of those really cool toys and things out like that I used to have. Nobody's buying them. All the old X-Men figures, Omega Red and Wolverine, and them. I thought for sure, even the Deadpool one. I thought Deadpool would sell, but nope, nobody wants to buy Deadpool. Okay, well, here's a tricky part now. I got, there we go. Gotta get all of those lines silver. And I can't really touch the silver I have now because this paint is slick. So this is one of those mixes between, or like if you're good at doing, or I was like all the things of painting Nerf logos are about to come into play. I guess I have to make sure I get this right. Luckily, the paint is drying, so that makes it easier, but I don't have a lot to hold on to keep it stable. See, and then I get in there. I don't want to do that. I want the gold to shine through the blue, not the silver. So maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. Like I said, unfortunately I'm older than most of the toys for that stuff. Like, I'm gonna have to look it up later tonight. I know that's what's going to happen. It's the only way my brain will allow it. Those lines are slightly bigger than the other lines. I wonder if they're supposed to be. Well, I'm not going to paint the larger part. See, there's a part here where. Oh, okay. I screwed something up. There's a part there where the line is a little wider than the rest of the line. And I think it's supposed to represent a part of a continent that is on here, like something, but I'm not going to bother to check it. I'm just going to go around it and not paint it, and I'll probably hit it with a little bit of green. And then we have the prime meridian's the other one. Equator, that's the word. Equator. Damn it. This is where a nice little rig for doing something like this would be good, but I probably still wouldn't use it. I enjoy the tactical feel of holding on to the object. Okay, that's the fun part. Too much doing that. I'll check it here when I get to put this down in a minute. I'm going to go back and check the, craps. Dryer's done. The washer's done. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get up and check the washer anyways, because I'm going to put the stuff in there. So That'll give me a chance to take a pee too. So in a minute here, I'm going to get the clear coat on this, and then I will go over and chuck my laundry to the next stage of being laundry. And then be back in a minute or two. So give me a chance to stretch my legs to relieve my eyeballs. Ugh. Relieving eyeballs is good. Good to relieve your eyeballs. Yes. This is the first I've actually. I'm really gonna say this out loud. This is the best my internet has ever been since I've moved in. I have been unable to stream properly or get set up because in the corner of which my shop is, my computer hates the internet. The signal is strong as the Force with Vader, and unfortunately, it just shits out on me. And I have a solution for it. It would be a nice, strong modem. I just have to find my modems or get a wire run down here, which most likely is not going to happen. I doubt I can get my own dedicated line down here, considering it's sort of against dedicated lines in this house. It's a thing. That's apparently a thing. We were against decent internet connection and would rather rent a Comcast modem. I will gladly, Rob. Like I said though, I haven't even been able to stream on my channel. My plan, spoilers, my plan was to put my God, use your brain, use your words, Clowny. My channel runs its videos twice a week. My plan was to stream on Thunderdome every other Wednesday. So then I put up a video on my channel one Monday, and then the following Monday or Wednesday, I stream to Thunderdome doing different stuff or things or whatever I was going to do, or just sitting and talking about what was going on, working on, frankly, little projects like this. But every time I try to do so, my internet fails me horribly. And it pisses me off because it's been going on ever since I moved in here. And I can't seem to get a damn decent connection. Oh, it just makes me mad. Such a simple thing. That's all it is. It's a very simple thing. Computers they're not simple, but they're simple. They irritate you when they're not. So, okay. This is where I wish I had my gloves. And I'm gonna have to pull you guys up so you're not staring at a complete tight little package. Yeah, baby. Just detail. Exactly. The rest is details. I mean, the whole thing started with the idea of the Sad Panda, the one I think Cartea started Sad Panda, and you get a lot of good responses kind of quick, but it's still a Facebook thing. And I thought there had to be a better way in the community to get that going instead of just dealing with just a Facebook thing. I thought, crap, I could swing that way. Uh-oh. Will you? No, I'm not going to recommend Google to anybody. Oh. Oh. Leave it. Woo. Oh. I don't know why it went that way, but whoa, that was fun. Apparently, the air goes around my desk in a different fashion than it does the rest of the world. Oh crap! How am I supposed to do this? Crap! Didn't think through. Didn't think it through. Josh, how you doing? Just in time to watch me smoke brains with paint. Currently hair drying. Working on a, you can't see it there, but it's a, where'd it go? Damn it. It's a compass. Some little project. Oh, it's gonna, damn it. Didn't think of that. Okay, that's not a problem. Not a problem. Just move the fingers around too much. It won't be an issue. Where I'm grabbing it, the paint, so that the spray gets omnidirectional. So it's not very happy with me making little finger marks on where it was there. So what we're gonna do is suspend it again. That's what I always do. Follow my own freaking rules. And suspend this with a little bit of suspending. Oh, I get some string. I'm gonna spray. Oh boy. Whew. And talk to the different things. First things first, clear the air with the hair dryer. Why would they give you shit for painting with a hair dryer? Jesus. Like that's like, you know what? Adam Savage said this is like one of the pivotal pieces of equipment you need to have in your shop. And if Adam Savage says it, everybody else can bend it. The curious. I ain't got no time for shit to dry. I'm an American, damn it. American. I want this dry now. Right now. Right now. Okay, speaking of right now, I am going to go take care of my laundry. So if you guys got to pee or something, now's the time. So, oh my God. The door to my house is red. So I'll just let you go with that right there, figuring that out. Well, like the door to my house is red. I really want to paint the door with just a couple of swipes of black paint, just because I can. Because somebody driving by will get that joke, and just the one person that laughs at it, and I don't even know it, will make is totally worth it. I gotta get my laundry. I'll be back here like in 2 minutes, so I'm not going to turn it off. Just go take a piss if you have to piss. I'll be back in a minute here. Just covered up. Nads. Oh, the knees and nads and spads and rads. Oh, good. Now I can walk. He had to pop. Hello, my dryer. Like that there. Monday. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh. Pee in the laundry. I use soap. Depends. Do you want your whites white? Maybe I should ask some of my friends in the KKK how they get their whites so white. I mean, I'm pretty sure the answer won't be good. But who knows? Maybe it will be. It could be excellent. Oh. Hey, Jethro. How do you get your whites so white? Purity. Thanks, buddy. Lord. That couldn't possibly go badly. Okay. I'm confident enough that that's going to work. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. That's the name of the site that was supposed to go to sell my bunk. Bug monkeys. Bug dome. Bug dome. Plus stigma. Or stigquam. That looks like a Q. Oh, there's them herpes again. Space herpes. God, I missed that movie. Well, the movie wasn't called Space Herpes. It was Ice Pirates. Ice Pirates. That was a great movie. Boy, everybody should watch that movie. I love Ice Pirates. I need a feeling I should do those in green, though. That looks like a green, not a red. Red looks like it's going to be way too bright. To come back to it. Okay, blue. Blue. This blue. Or this blue. Oh, what is that one? Primary blue. There's not a lot of difference. I'm going to go with the cobalt. Oh, man, that's a lot. Ah, damn it. Can't get this paint anymore. This is the good paint, as Nerm said. So, I need a stick. Yeah, I'm going to cheat. I'm a cheap bastard here at the moment. I don't need a whole lot of paint to do this. And there goes my, damn it, there goes my other stuff. Oh, God. No, I don't have any water. And frankly, water on this is a kind of a bad idea because the brass paint is slick. Normally, I would let Lisa's upstairs. Roommate went to the gym. Well, they did say this place was haunted. We'll get into that some other time, or maybe later. This paint is very slick. Now it's a water-based paint. I actually assumed it was cheap paint because I got it from high school. But then I forgot I went to school in the 80s, and that's when, nobody cared about the kids' health and safety standards. So apparently, not only is this good paint, but it's also highly toxic. Because the Nerm said when this has the color, or this brand is good, pretty good paint, but they changed it from stripy to solid when they changed the paint formulas on it, because the old ones were stripy and they were toxic, and that's why they took them out of the market. So I have a whole lot of the old paints, but then again, like This is the same. Like I said, this was 80s, so it's like you were like nobody really gave a crap how much lead paint you ate as a kid. They just gave you a special room to learn in. So acrylic floor. I used to have extender at one point. Is that the same kind of thing? I still might even have that in one of my things. I had acrylic extender. And usually I paint right out of the bottle. I actually have a neat little pad too that you wet the pad down and then the pad helps keep your paint wet. But I don't, that's probably with my college painting supplies. God knows where that is. Acrylic floor wax works well. That's good because my roommate works at Home Depot. Well, or might not anymore after last night, but he works at Home Depot, so he can get discounts for that stuff. And have him grab these. Of course, then again, I also need to get to I have to go over across to the Ace Hardware that's out there to get more stuff for that. That blue looks pretty good. Wet palette, that's the word. Yeah, I didn't know such things existed because, like, I wasn't like when I went to school, like, place like Bradley Academy was still around, but like art school stuff was really expensive and not commonplace, and there wasn't, like, it had its own set of stipulations to go with it. Like you had to be pretty good and be accepted and things like that to get into them. Nowadays, it's not so much. I mean, some of the better ones you still have to test in. They want to see what your levels and stuff are, how good you are at stuff. But like for the most part, a lot of them are just kind of pay now. And like the graphic design stuff it's all commonplace now was the era of where I was being put through. Yeah, don't cut both cables at once when you go to cut the LiPo cable off. Remember, only cut one wire at a time because technically you're cutting a bomb. You want to make sure you do it that way. One wire at a time. Let's see, what else is good for LiPo tips? Don't lick them. That's always good. That's just a good rule in general, though. You don't lick things. I mean, people kind of get upset when you lick things. Of course, then again, they might be getting upset because if you lick it, then it's kind of yours. Whatever you lick belongs to you. So, I mean, I guess you could claim somebody's LiPo by licking it. I mean, I tried licking people's blasters at wars, but nobody thought it was funny. Said it was mine. I put my tongue across it. They didn't think it was funny. Well, not everybody thought it was funny. The blaster, the kid that I licked, he was kind of a dork, kind of a jerk. He deserved it because I couldn't lick him. Put some money into a decent charger. I am painting a little compass that I found. No, a compass that I got in my stuff from years ago from my very first traveled Nerf war with the toy soldiers, an epic battle. 3 days of camping, Nerf events. There's footage of it that exists, but no, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I gave my footage to the lady that was in charge of it, and I tried a couple of times to get a hold of her. That never worked out. Yeah, I used to paint miniatures I played D&D for a little while there too, James, but we didn't, we only used I guess you only really use miniatures in combat anyways. I have a dumb charger since I had that $30 gift code. Yeah, Foster, you got that $30 thing and a freaking hurricane. Lucky SOB. Josh had some really good luck. He got himself a Hurricane and $30 to a Foam Blast. So he's got plenty of money to play with there. Now there's nothing wrong with a so-called dumb charger. I mean, the charger I got was like the best one that the hobby shop had, but like I didn't know what I was getting at and getting into stuff. So does it balance charge, Josh? Does it have a balance charge? You know what I mean by balance charging? Because there's two types of charging to it. Maybe. Could have something to do with it. Yes, I used to play a lot of old school D&D. I don't like the new 5.0 whatever rules and stuff they did to try to correct everything. I like to be confusing and arguing. That's what D&D was. Argue and yell at your friends. Magic's been doing that for years. I mean, I don't see why they had to change that either. That's what Magic the Gathering and D&D was. Get together and yell at your friends and argue over stupid stuff in a book. It might edit. Okay, well, when you look at a LiPo, it's got two cords on it. You have your main charging cord, which is the big one that comes out. That's the power supply cord. And then sometimes you have a little cord that comes out, sticks out with a smaller little cap on it. That's a balance charger. It's basically kind of like leveling the battery's charges, because it tests them. If I got this right, I believe I have this right. When you charge a battery and you have your batteries charging in here, so you have a 3S LiPo here. Okay, you have a 3S LiPo. So here's your 3S LiPo. You have your main charge. Come here. Main charge line coming in. All right. So here's your main charge line. Here's your balance charge line. So it goes in like that. All right. Main charge line is the one that you hook up and it powers all your stuff, and it comes in, it goes in, charges up your batteries, get them all set to go. Actually, I'm going to reverse this. All right. To make this easier to understand. All right. There we go. Main charge, balance charge. Main charge comes in, fills your batteries up, gets them good to go. All right. It's more or less when it comes in, it fills them up and it just keeps filling them up. All right. So when they start to draw, they're individual cells. So like a car, the individual cells give their battery power out as the voltage reads out of here. It still may be reading like, let's go 12 volts. Still may be reading 12 volts out of here, but this one may be pushing more out of it than this one's pushing out of it. So when you charge it, they charge back up again, and then it hits this, and that's how you get like the thermal heat and stuff. That's why they say watch them when they charge, because technically you could have had two of these empty out and one of these would have stayed the same, and then it would charge itself. Storage mode puts them at a lower charge setting as reading all together, and then puts it in that way. A balance charger would be like having, well, actually, that's not a bad analogy. See, these are individual cells, but you can see how they're not all filled to the same level. A balance charger would make sure that all three cells have the same charge level in them. That way they're all level, so when they fill back up, one doesn't get more to it and then, for lack of a better term, spill over to the other ones. And since it's not doing that, then it makes your battery last longer, because it's not like overflowing and then filling the other two like a wine glass. At least that's the way too has how I understand it. Now, Boba Lobo did a really good thing on this. I think it's worthwhile checking out. But that's pretty much how I understand it. Is After a while, when these charge and they charge, they start doing this. So the balance charger will go back and level them. So when they charge up and down, then they start doing this again, and the levels get all screwy, and then the balance charger levels it, and then they'll go back when you put them in the storage charging. And that's where the little thing off the edge comes into play, because the balance, the XT60 connector is an XT60 connector. Everybody knows what that looks like. But then there's the balance charge is the little one that sticks out of the side of it, but it's not always there. It's a lot of LiPos, but it's not always on the chargers you buy. No, it's just a little. Oh. Hold on. I don't have a LiPo nearby. Yes, I do. Never mind. Okay. See? I gotta get this out. That's the secondary one. You see, this is the main charge, and you can see the XT60 connector up in there. You know what that looks like. That's what we connect everything to, the yellow connector. This is my balance charger. This is the second cord that's coming out. The XT60 connector for the power goes in and out, and then my balance charge is this little thing here. That clicks into my LiPo charger, and I can balance it, and it regulates the flow across all of them and sets them in. It might not look the same on all of them, but all the LiPos I've got so far have the same hookup on them. The XT60 connector is just the main male, female, female, male, just the two circle, the circle and the peg that lock together to give you your power. I don't know what that is. That's kind of like I guess it's like an 8-pin or something like that. I'm not sure what they are. So that's what those are for that. So I'm not sure what yours would have, but a lot of the LiPos and things now have those kinds of chargers on them, because it's a little better to charge them with those. Tornado warning. God, I haven't been in one of those for years. We went out west to see my cousins in Iowa. They had a tornado warning. Never bothered to tell us kids. All we knew was we're going to go sleep in the basement with my uncle said he wanted to have a sleepover in the basement. So he took all my cousins and stuff downstairs, and we went down in the basement to sleep. And Jonathan and Jacob and Angela didn't say a damn thing either. Of course, they were kids. And 2 days later, I kicked his ass. Yeah, all bragging about his color of his belt. He got into a little bit of a playing around fight, and I hit him, and I hit him way too hard. Didn't even try it. I just whacked. There it went. Because I was taking Isshinryu and he was taking Taekwondo, but he was taking tournamental Taekwondo, which is honestly I don't much care for, because it's all about learning how to hit your opponent for strikes for points, instead of learning how to hit your opponent to put them down and defend yourself. It's very regulated towards the tournaments and things. So I am working on a compass that came from Walmart with a bunch of other stuff, but I had picked it up at a Nerf event years ago. I'm going to essentially I want something to match up the Canon. Yeah, see, I didn't want to say that, but yeah, like, okay, what are the things, we had a kid come in, a guy come in that, like, I have nothing but respect for the guy, because I was taught, my sensei eventually would have, if we wouldn't have had any respect for the guy, our sensei would have made sure that we would have learned what the definition of respecting somebody in your classroom was. And so we followed our rules, and this guy came in and he did the whole like twirly hand things and deflections and stuff. And we kind of pulled our punches because we could drive right through his defenses, and it wasn't really an issue because our style was Isshinryu was a very hard style, very hard, very straight, and then you train hard and rigid, and then you fight fluid. So it's not, frankly, the easiest thing to pick up because it kind of contradicts itself, but it works off a lot of, it's mostly a muscle memory thing. So you train and drill and train and drill until your muscle memory takes over, and that's what happened to my cousin. Also, what happened to that kid in the tournament when I broke his nose? Another one of those handy twirly kind of guys. He stepped way back and managed to get this like twisting foot shot. I don't know, it was like a twist kick of some sort, and hit me with it. And he tried it again, and it didn't work. He got behind me, and when he did that, I saw that he was in the perfect position for me to throw a back fist, apparently, which I immediately did and smashed my knuckles right into the bridge of his nose, breaking it. I can feel it. I can still feel the nose snap. You get a nice hard pop and then a squishy feeling. I was disqualified. My sensei was not angry. He was upset that I punched the kid and broke his nose, but he was not angry the fact that I broke his nose. Because it was a fair good move. It was not intentional. The kid, however, was pissed. Apparently that ruined his day. But there could be a kid out there watching us right now thinking, I remember that fat asshole. I fucking lives. I'm going to go to an Earth War and break his nose. If you are watching Mr. whatever your name was and I broke your nose at a tournament in the 80s from a fat little kid, I apologize. But I wasn't going to stand there and let you hit me with that stupid kick again. Should have kept your footing. Liam Neeson said that. You gave up a strike for your footing. It's the guy that trained Batman. And you didn't listen to the guy that trained Batman. Well, yeah. Probably up in the housing part up here somewhere. There's a fair amount of space in there. You could get it. You could probably get a voltmeter in on the side or on top. Definitely not in the handle or on the back of it because there really isn't any back to it. But yeah, you could definitely get a voltmeter on there. I mean, that's something even I haven't played with yet. I have to play with voltmeters yet. I'm actually really bad with lipos. I can't remember the last time I bothered to service mine. I think it was End War last year. My lipos have been sitting in different blasters and stuff, just being slowly drained one piece at a time. They're probably not in good shape at this point because of such. But I don't use my lipo blasters for anything. Oh, well, yeah, it'll just be all you'll have to. Well, some of them, I don't think all of them have wires on them, Josh. I think it depends on what you get. You might have to learn how to solder. Just something apparently Clowney never really picked up very well. Go back and watch some of these live streams. Boy, did I fail on that one. But yeah, I think they're just a matter of just getting it soldering the points on. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I muddled my way through doing stuff like that here a lot more dexterous than I am. So you should be able to handle that. I mean, they might come preset too. I mean, I'm pretty sure in this day and age we will have some voltmeters that have some leads on them already. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't at this point. I know how soldering works. That's how I'm going to describe how I know how to solder. We know the principles behind it. Just like, Newtonian physics, I know the principles behind time travel. Just don't ask me to make you a time machine. I don't know any Ukrainians. Is it Ukrainians? I want to say it was Ukrainians. That looks... I like that blue. I really like that brick camera versus everything. The blue is pretty. It's pretty damn good on here, I have to say. That touch up in that area there. See, that's what's nice. See, the first times I was soldering, I had to do it on like thin ass wires because I was trying to repair shit. So, like, my soldering skills were on little tiny shits. It's nice to have a beefier wire to test on. I'm good to see you get up in there into a more competitive play area kind of stuff. That's fucking that's really cool. I mean, I kind of wish before I'd been able to send you, like lipo-y stuff, but the problem with sending people like a lipo blaster is that I can't afford to send you a battery and a charger. I mean, there's a lot of like you and a lot of other people I would like to send a nice lipo blaster to get them up into a little higher end of the hobby here. Unfortunately, when you don't own a lipo charger, the $20 blaster plus the stuff that I put on, like the stuff like maybe like $30 or so built into it, it becomes a really crappy gift all of a sudden because I couldn't afford to give people lipos. So like if I had like a source for a bunch of lipos, I'd be a happy person kind of because I could make other blasters for some people that I really would like to and send them off to people that I think that are just in this hobby that could do good and are in this hobby because they like it and they like to be in it, but they don't have the setups to be able to get into the higher end because they're either too young or they don't have the money for it. And it would be a nice thing, I think, to do, which is something I'm actually kind of working on, believe it or not. I have a Patreon account that I have to get the video up for it yet. It's not my Patreon isn't going to be to benefit me. I don't want to do that. I'll be too irresponsible for that. My Patreon will be to benefit the community. But that I want to be able to use it to do giveaways and what do they call it? Other charity draws and things like that. Because shipping and getting these things can be a little expensive, especially now when I don't have a steady job. I just managed to sell a few things here and there to stay afloat, which is mostly just I make enough so far to pay my cell phone bill or part of the car bills and stuff like that. Getting a LiPo powered Strife from a friend soon. We can use a reference to future bills. LiPo Strife. I got a nice LiPo Strife. I haven't been able to use it because my battery doesn't fit in as well as I need to. It is dart hungry. It is awesome to play with. It just wrecks people. I took it to Maryland and used it down there. That was a lot of fun. It was well within their cap. Up here, there's the cap on the club up here is too low. Well, the cap on the club up here is low. It isn't too low, but the people playing in the cap are too low. Too many young kids. They couldn't handle getting hit by the 2S Hurricane, and that's just overvolted motors. Hydro dipped. Oh, Josh, you're breaking my heart. I hydro dip. Why? No. No. Get a paintbrush, buddy. Yeah, I saw that. There's a lot of really neat. You got a building, I think. And I made the joke about that already once. That war, I think 2 years ago, at APOC, that he was just going to wind up getting a building. And he ended up getting the building, and then I made a joke about him having his own brand of. I made a joke about him having his own brand of balls, because the only thing he needed to do with Nerf anymore was them, because he's pretty much a self-contained unit, and now he has his own Nerf rounds or HIR rounds, which was funny. I got to start call these things on video. I got to start making videos where I call this. Like that new Fortnite shotgun. I'm actually kind of impressed with that. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be mega, which is nice. It's mega. That's cool. And it's also maybe a Magnus. The rumor is it's a Magnus. I honestly still think it's going to be a single pump action shot, like the Chewbacca thing was. It was essentially two shots with a pump action. I still think that's going to happen, because I wouldn't put it past them to have one barrel with a pump action then shoot, and one barrel with a pump action then shoot. I could see that completely happening, because why not? They're paying a ton of money already for the whole Fortnite logo and branding, so they're going to have to cut money somehow to keep the cost down on the thing for production runs, so they can actually get money into it and make people buy it. So I can see that completely happening. I'm not sure if it's a Magnus. I'll be impressed. I would like to see it be a Magnus, but my hopes on that are very low. And boy, everyone was talking about that Sledgefire, that new Slingfire or Sledgefire mod thing that was coming, whatever the hell it was. The new Sledgefire, the shell ejecting thing. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to shoot more than one. It's going to shoot this. I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to shoot one. You're going to have to reload it, make it shoot another one. Once again, Uncle Clowny was right. That thing, that's just going to be a more complicated version of the Sledgefire to try to load. That's all that thing's going to be. Still looks like it's going to be fun. Just, unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a heartbreaker there. Yeah, it is ugly too. It is kind of ugly. I'm wondering how much of it can be cut away. If quite a bit of it can be cut away, it should make a nice integration. If it works good for a nice integration, it'll make a good undergun. It's just going to be a matter of how much of it can we cut away, still have it functioning. Go really close to the blue with your finger there, buddy. Watch that. Gotta redo some of the spots. I gotta re-blue some of the spots. Oh, wow, my leg. Jeez, that's a... Swear to God, somebody's walking around upstairs. Roommate went to the gym. This place is legitly haunted. Like, legit. It is definitely legit haunted. There is some squirrely stuff that goes on here in the middle of the night. That makes no sense. First, I thought it was my roommates screwing with me, but it's not. That place is legitly haunted. And that just went down on top of that. Oh. I am curious to see, though, how, like I said, how much of it can be cut away. If we can remove a fair amount of it, it'll be nice, but it's going to be, it's literally going to just be a sledge fire that's more difficult to load. I don't see we don't see the draw behind that at all. Probably especially at a $40 price tag. Low. Or $40 price tag. Blue looks pretty good. I should have done it in yellow or somewhere. Oh, and I'm curious as to whether or not I want to paint that green. I think the green needs to happen, just so it's something. $4:30. Wow. Jeez, how long have I been doing this? Almost 2 hours. I painted this green, so screw you. Yeah, it's not bad. And the brass is cool. If I could get it in silver, but like a different silver, like a nickel silver, instead of this gunmetal metal silver that I have, it'd be nice. But it's not going to be that way. So we'll go with this green and make it a little cliche-ish. I guess back then this would have been like maybe like a mother of pearl or a white, something like that. And I got a nice pearlescent white, but it requires a different background because if I try to put it on this, it won't. Ah, God. Ugh. Ugh. My throat went out. Ah, dryer scared the crap out of me. It requires a different background. It won't look as good with this. Yeah, it does look a bit cliche. Well, when I get to aging it, we'll have to try to fix that. Probably should have left it go. Oh, well. Just don't have the paints that I want. I'm not willing to spend any money on this. Not gonna happen. Of course, I guess I could do the whole thing in the silver. I think I can still get that off of there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. See if I can clean this off without making a mess. One piece of green paint. probably effective. It rubbed off. Actually, it looks pretty good. That would be like the aging though, so that's basically how you do aging. You just kind of rub it back a little bit. What do you guys think? I kind of like it in the brass, but I think it needs to stand out from the background. I think it just needs to be done in the silver. It needs to be done in the gunmetal. I spent all that time going around it, trying not to hit it. I'll do it anyways. Only looks like crap. See right there, I see that, Easy Rider. You say it looks like crap. I agree. That looked like crap. That needed to be repaired. Mr. Homely. Before you ask, I'm making a compass. Something to go with the cannon. For a cosplay kind of thing. I mean, I thought it'd be kind of cool to have it sitting around with it. Considering I'm planning that whole case now. Trying to figure out how you work the case. I don't know how you do lining on stuff. I guess I have to look up how you do upholstery. That's a problem. That's why I couldn't find it. I've been looking up how you make custom suitcases, and all I keep getting is gun things. If I look up upholstery, that should give me the answers on how to wrap the fuzz and stuff around the liner. Yeah. That silver's much better. Yeah, the new Sledgefire. We were just talking about that. Weren't we? Yeah, we would. Oh, I missed one. Injection molded Jupiters at Walmart. Yeah, that would be really cool. I mean, I like the Jupiter. The only problem I have with it is it's 3D printed. I have a bit of an issue with 3D printing stuff on that scale because it melts, and I don't want to see. I for one would be upset if I paid that kind of money for something and I went ahead and melted it in the sunlight in July. It was like I took it to APOC. Like, I'm surprised people got their Caliburns out at APOC. It's like second week of August. That is not the time to have plastic sitting out in the sun by any means whatsoever. Mailboxes were falling over, for Christ's sake. I don't think I'd take my Caliburn out there if I had a Caliburn. Yeah. Oh. Getting here with something. I was kind of hoping this would be a one-day thing. I got off my butt and got started earlier. Maybe I would have been. But no, I had to go clean. I had to clean. I didn't want to be a filthy hobo. Filthy hobo. Tricks are for kids. When you look, you see right through me. I already sung that song. What's another one? Oh, when you wake in the morning, sleep big bum. Pretty Penny was her name. She was gone and we all miss her. Can you see? I don't know enough of the words of that one anymore. Damn it. Oh. Let's see by the end of this. For the Custom. We got wheels CNC for the custom Jupiter cage. The cage should be CNC'd by the end of the week. Well, I actually find that pretty funny. There's a guy who made his living off of selling, got his notoriety of selling stuff aftermarket parts. And now you're making aftermarket parts for a guy, blaster that he designed out of aftermarket parts. That's pretty funny. You have become N-Strike. That's funny. I don't care who you are. It's funny right there. Yeah, it looks much better like this. It's more authentic. That song stuck in my head. I got Gore in my head now too. They're fighting. Now I can have Simon and Garfunkel and Gore in my head at the same time. That's a weird thing. Or Kansas. Got Gore's on Kansas too. Yeah. Oh, what's a hell of a noise and confusion? Just to get a glimpse beyond discussion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. All my eyes could see I still was a blind man. All my eyes, all my mind could think I still was a madman. I've always said when I'm dreaming, I could hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your worry head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Who's a man with a reason? My charade is thinking when we're the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, surely means that I don't know. On the stormy seas of moon and emotion, on the ocean, on the waves of fortune. I talked about and we're putting it on his shop. I would never make something with the creator's permission. But that's how Nerf works. That's the entirety and basis of this hobby. Making things on improvement. I mean, of course, then again, he might have been smart enough to copyright all his stuff. So, yeah, he might have been smart enough to copyright his stuff. Not so much of a dick move. I mean, people went ahead and made a bunch of stuff for the Caliburn parts. I mean, and then they go up and sell those. And Captain Slug did release everything to everybody on like Thingiverse and stuff, and I thought that was grand. But at the same time, he does still sell them. So I wouldn't necessarily consider it a dick move. I'd say it's a little shady, but it's not like you're taking his Jupiter and mass producing a Jupiter. You're just making an extra part, which is basically what we do for Nerf stuff all over. It just seems a little more dicky because it's one of our guys and it's somebody in the community. And we don't consider Hasbro community. We consider them bastards. I don't consider them bastards. I consider them like I don't know what I consider them. I don't have a good word for it. Like they try. They need to admit we exist. Just once. I want to see it. Although they did take like Langley and them guys to their Skunk Works, which was kind of cool. That was a neat thing. Big people for the Skunk Works. Just admit you take our designs. That's all you have to do. Admit it. I have returned. That is the name of a Ray Stevens album. I have returned. I like that album. I think it's the one with Mississippi Squirrel on it. I don't quite remember. Maybe it's the one with the haircut song. It's been a while since I've listened to any Ray Stevens. Homie would probably know who Ray Stevens is. I don't think Irish Josh knows who Ray Stevens is, and RZ Ryder, I have no idea how old you are. So I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot for me on that one too. I'm probably gonna go with no. So I actually got it right. Ha! Nice. Lone Gunman. Stevens didn't do. No, he didn't do Ballad of Irving. That was God, I want to say Barnes and Barnes, but it's not Barnes and Barnes. Barnes and Barnes did Fish Heads. I don't remember who did Ballad of Irving. Irving, the Ballad of Irving. 132nd fastest gun in the West. Irving, we need your gun. Irving's gun was there, but Irving was gone. Irving, big help, Irving. Oh my God, the Ballad of Irving. One day, Irving, he got 3 slugs outside, and there's 3 slugs in the belly, right outside the Frontier Deli. Irving was twirling his gun around, and Butterfingers Irving gunned himself down. Irving, good shot, Irving. No, he did. He didn't do Ballad of Irving. He did Texas Pete, the Ballad of Texas Pete. Texas Pete, with his pet Sidewinder at his feet. Out of the West wouldn't be complete with the Ballad of Texas Pete and Lefty. The Blue Cyclone, the pirate song. Oh God, I love the pirate song. I want to sing and dance. I want to sing and dance. I want to be a pirate. The pirate of the dance with the bright shiny buckles and the tight leather pants. I want to sing and dance. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I'm not going to do it. Tacky, tacky, tacky. Oh my God. Oh, I love that shit. That is just good music. My dad introduced me to Ray Stevens. Southerner, Southerner, if you're flying over Dixie, then you should beware. Southerner, Southerner. Southerner. God. Ray Stevens is great. Ray Stevens. Oh my God. Yeah, I grew up with a healthy dose of listening to Dr. Demento shows. He was on Sunday mornings, and we would sit in the Queen of Church parking lot after catechism class, and I would wait for my brother to get out because his class ran different than mine, and I would sit in the car and listen to 92.7 The Eagle, and it would start off. Well, it would be Dr. Demento show in there, and had Ray Stevens and stuff, and then it would turn out later, and it'd be the classic rock for the evening. We'd go home, stop at Wise's, and get some sticky buns from the old ladies that worked in there because they knew how to cook them. Oh man, That lady could freaking cook up some. Just that one, too. Just that one giant. I mean, one Wises. No, I'm sorry, not giant, not Wises. IGA was the IGA. And Millersburg. Yeah, see, that's a thing too, Josh. I know what I'm glad to know at least you know what the songs are, because that gives me some hope still. That people still listen to knowing that music, and that makes me happy. That makes me happy that people still know that music. Because that stuff deserves to go on forever. It is just good stuff. It is not mean or cruel or anything. It's just beautiful, happy music. It's fun to entertain yourself with. That's why I love to listen to Weird Al on road trips. It's all just good. Just good stuff to listen to while you're on the road. That looks pretty damned good, huh? I like that. Well, I guess it's time for a bit of a clear coat here. Well, definitely time for a clear coat. Okay. Hair dryer. A blue cyclone. I can't believe they're still around. Meanest wrestler the ring has ever known. He'll make you groan, he'll make you moan, he'll break your bones. The blue cyclone. There. Whoop. That's a smart one. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Now, on top of this, get a couple of thin layers on here. Get the hair dryer back a little bit. Plastic's getting soft. It's got a nice look to it as it is right now. When I start putting a wash over it, though, that's why I want to make sure I have some good layers of this on here, because I'm going to have to rub it when I do this. You guys are going to get kind of a lesson in watching me age stuff. I suppose. Maybe I should have went with purple on those stones. And the purple accents the blaster. I think if I try to change it now, it's going to be bad. I'm always going to try though here. See what that looks like. Doesn't sound like such a bad idea to fail. Huh? What's the worst case scenario? I screw it up completely. Optimism. There we go. Purple's going to look a little weird though. Just a pump like that. Just like that. Used to be. Did you hear? I've been listening to The Offspring recently. I listened to them quite a bit when I was a kid. Oh God. Go back to the gym. Oh, my lucky day. Yeah, well, it's because I don't know when to shut the hell up there, Edward. I don't quite know when to shut my pie hole. Well, the blue underneath it makes it do pretty good. Makes painting a lot damn easier, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this purple on here, mostly because I don't feel like trying to wipe it off. I got a really good Halloween video I never put up. I need to summon the Nerf gods. Same thing I was 2 hours ago. Man, you weren't paying attention worth a crap, were you, Edward? Man, what's wrong with you? It's just pulling your leg. It's a compass. I got this little compass I picked up from a grab bag when I was in a Nerf war. My first traveling Nerf war epic battle. I decided that my little relic of happy history to me needed to be dealt with in a neat fashion, and it would look good if I painted it up to match my cannon. That way I can have the thing with the cannon. I could actually kind of develop a maybe sort of cosplay loadout with it, because I'm making a case and 2 more pistols with 2 Busby pistols, and then more or less I'm just kind of aging it. I had an idea. In a sawed-off, taking one of the Busby sawed-offs and putting them in there. So I'm gonna have this. The whole thing was originally going to be a witch hunter's case, but that's been kind of overdone too much. So I decided I'd figure out something better, and I was going to put a bunch of, just fill the whole thing up with Busby flintlock pistols, and then have legs that shoot down on it. So you just walk up to the zombie horde and just stand there and pull one flintlock out after another and just throw them over your shoulder. You know, a whole case full of pistols. But I couldn't find a good way to get a set of legs that like Bugs Bunny cartoon salesmen do. Like, I need something that's got enough height that I don't have to bend over to pick them up. And I wanted it to all be concealed, so that wasn't going to work. Still want to work on that. That's still something I want to do. I just not going to be able to do that, which is a bit of a tragedy. So I had the suitcase, and I decided I'm putting the cannon in it. And because I'm doing that, I'm going to put I'm going to make a whole thing with it. Because I have my Commander Clowney hat that I love so much. And that will be it'll be Clowney's, be a good little loadout for that thing to have with all that stuff in the suitcase. I can literally just pick up, and if I just feel like going somewhere to have like a fun battle and not really take people out and stuff, I can just take that entire box and put it in there. And the whole idea is to, hopefully I'll be able to put in some more than just regular cosplay pieces in there too. Like maybe a little armor piece, or be nice to have a shield in there or something. Maybe I have to completely figure it out. I know what the bottom is going to look like. I just don't know what the top is going to have. I'll probably end up doing a bunch of like Cthulhu Mythos symbols and the symbol for the Bureau of Paranormal Defense and some labels on the outside of it to show that it's been shipped and cleared through customs and things like that. So the case will be very cosplay. The loadout inside will be very ridiculous. because, frankly, I mean, the cannon is fun. It is not something you play with, though, to be competitive. Although if somebody thinks they can be competitive with that sucker and they want to go take a bunch of people out, oh, be my guest. That would make me happier than hell. Watching somebody just tank around and take out people with the cannon. Shotgun axe. Actually, Edward, I want to show you something here. Where is it? This is a neat thing. I found this on Stalrim or Forgotten Weapons. I'm not entirely sure which one this came from. Where is my Necronomicon Project, Rocket Project, Cannon Project, Hot Chicks, Jerry, Armor, Josh, 30. Oh, come on. Oh, did I get rid of the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. It's literally gun axes. There's quite a few of them up there. I thought they were amazing. So yeah, that's something that's back on the table here for that, which will be a lot of fun to do. I guarantee it. That's going to be a ton of fun to up and make. Because I get to combine the ability to smash somebody with the ability to shoot somebody. St. Patrick's Day pimp. Get some drying on this. And then we'll move on to the aging. One of my favorite things to do at work used to be that when I had to go mix paint, to whistle the same pitch as the hairdryer. Because when you did so, it created this horrid harmonic. You had a Skullgrim guy. I watch this stuff quite a bit. I think that's where I got him from. I don't remember though. Oh, Patty, laddie. Oh, hey, gonna go. Put the potato in your pocket while you're happy to see me. Put your shillelagh away. She's not interested. I used to drew my drunken horny Irish leprechaun, and then I had the oversexed pirate. Too many great jokes with that. I don't want to get into doing that though, because I'm too sober, way sober. It's funny when you're drunk, but it's offensive when you're not. I think. I don't really ever know. I haven't done it in years. It's not as fun as it used to be. All my friends told me, "Did you do your impression of Fat Bastard?" No, not doing that. My impressing a fat bastard ends up with me getting my ass kicked every time because I go off the rails and I go too far. Everyone thinks it's funny until somebody gets offended. And your Uncle Clowny gets his ass. And Uncle Clowny has 3 Marines come at him at once because he said something they probably shouldn't have. Oh, stupid stuff. Young and dumb. Well, I just do Schmeagles when I get drunk instead, or having a party and having out some friends. Schmeagle is much more friendly. Schmeagle is more user friendly. Schmeagle. Onces, bruises. Bruises. No. The story goes that I was at a party with my buddy. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and he used to laugh about the fat bastard thing. He used to do it all the time, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And all of a sudden, I found myself doing it, and they were getting offended, and then because they're getting offended, I find it even funnier. So when they were done being offended, the one guy started taking offense to the offenses that I was saying, and it didn't go over well. As soon as he got calmed back down, apparently I opened my mouth and said something else. Yeah, well, I know the stuff that I usually say because I do fat bastard. Usually is we'll say we're gonna go with less than appropriate or less than just simply inappropriate, adequate. A lot of it's kind of awful. It can get really racist. It can be really sexist because it's fat bastard, and I am not doing it to be funny. I go from doing funny to trying to piss people off. And that's all well and good when you're a kid, but when you get older, like you get tired of that shit real fast. So, changing the subject completely, what I'm doing is putting on black paint. I wet the rag, and I go over it then like this. And wherever it doesn't get rubbed, you can see the black paint sticks behind. So the whole idea is to try to kind of rub it in ways that you're gonna get the paint into it and over it. But you have to figure out how quick it's gonna dry. So it takes a little bit of practice versus how quick you need to rub it off. Because you can keep doing this repeatedly and build up more layers. But that's where the good coating of the clear coat comes into play, because it'll help keep you from getting too much crap in there. Like the Daniel Day-Lewis impression. I don't know what that is. Yeah, well, you gotta sneak in the giggity. I mean, everybody goes to high school at some point in their life. The whole point of high school is trying to sneak in the giggity. At least after prom it is. I mean, see, this is why Clowny needs to keep his mouth shut all the time. Don't say stuff like this in public. Where's the paint on? Over here. The longer you let it dry, the more gunk gets on it. Now, ideally, you do this with multiple levels and layers and things of such nature. And the more you rub on, the more you can take off. And the more you take off, the more you can put on. And you wind up showing off all the little details that go along with it here. Just a matter of doing it enough to get it in there. Yeah, I guess that's a good way of putting it, other than being a complete asshole. But I like being a complete asshole better. It sounds more descriptive and a lot less trying to sneak in something that people aren't going to be aware of what you mean. trouble I'm having is getting stuff to catch where I want it to catch. It's a walking a line of getting it to catch where you want it to catch and having it catch, because it's going. You can always go back and probably should be using water again for this. We had the whole discussion about me eating lead paint over the last 20 years. You kind of want the paint a little watery, but you don't want it like watery. Like, I guess, like softened toothpaste. You can do it with the dry paint, but you run the risk of rubbing on things you don't want to do. I like to do the dry paint on the metals because it gets up with the better. Tim Curry pencil, Pennywise. I have never tried a Pennywise clown impression at all. I'm surprised. I've never done that. I know the lines and stuff. I actually memorized Beetlejuice's speech. I'm currently trying to memorize a speech from Mad Max. To just walk away. There's been too much bloodshed. Just walk away. Leave the tanker, the fuel, in the. I can't quite get it yet. I'll get it yet. I've been working on getting that. We should probably work on a Pennywise one too, because that would be funny. Nice speech from Pennywise. I don't mind doing that. Not in the least bit. Okay, paint. I see a thing and I want to paint it black. I call it aging, but I'm just painting it black. You gotta do things like buff over it a little bit too. Like some of the areas, you gotta make sure you get your paint back. You see the difference in it already. One of that nice shiny look, and now the paint is settling into the areas and cracks of where it was, and it's now losing that shiny look to it, which is exactly what you want to do. I'm just going to do the big section here and get it over with, because I'm freaking out about that. See, this is the one I was worried about. You have to make sure you get the paint a little waterier than I want to. I want to make sure I work it into the edges. Plenty of spit. Be quiet. Sure, my dog's of war. My dog's of war. Yeah, the whole speech with the dude getting his freaking girlfriend tomahawked her. That wasn't a tomahawk. What the hell was it? That was a boomerang. Yeah, freaking boomerang. That guy goes and tries to catch him. A bad idea. And this is all this is just literally repeating that process again and again and again. That's how you age stuff. You just keep rubbing paint on it and rubbing paint off it and rubbing it on and rubbing it off. Rubbing on and rubbing off and rubbing on and rubbing off. Too many times you rub it on and rub it off. Many bitty pieces and pieces and the rabbits and the birds and the trees. Book of Armaments, Chapter 3. What's the point of having melee and no shield? That makes no sense. Gotta have the shield and the melee. You should go beat them with bopper swords to show them how safe they are. Just walk around and keep smacking the guys in the head with them until they finally give in. They're safe. They're safe. This one isn't safe. Just whack them on the head with a broom handle. Oh, wow. That looks much better already. Get that spot all cleaned up. Let's see, there's not enough gunk down in here, so you gotta re-gunk it. Oops. There'll be somebody that ruins it. Always that one guy. It'll take one guy getting hit with a freaking warlock axe. I have not seen the newest season. I've only seen what they have available on Netflix. I no longer have cable, so I have not seen the newest season. I am going to get the Sci-Fi Channel for my Roku, so I can watch the newest season. I just have not gotten around to it yet, because I also want to see Happy. Happy is probably one of the funniest damn shows out there. God, I love that show. I don't feel like missing any of the seasons of Happy. And the Roku Sci-Fi Channel network thing should allow me to get it, which will be great. I can get that then, and then I don't have to worry about missing any of that at all. Because, man, that show got dark. Oh, my buddy's girlfriend started watching that with like her 10-year-old kid. He's like, you might not want to do this. He's like, how far? She's like, oh, I'm only partway for the first season. He's like, yeah, stop. Punisher was pretty cool. I think they canceled it though. Netflix canceled a lot of their stuff, but I saw that coming because looks like Netflix, and this is something else that I called. Apparently, there's a lot of Netflix stuff in Hulu, and the other companies are gaining traction more than Netflix is. So it looks like Netflix is starting to focus in on their own stuff more than usual. Isn't it? Looks filthy as hell. God, that's gorgeous. Get a little more off of the gem. Let's see, I kind of messed it up. That's funny. Yeah, if you guys aren't watching Magicians, that's a show you should really check out. It's although it gets kind of dark, like it just gets dark. You just have to take my word for it. You get through the first part of the season, the second part of the season, you're like, oh, it couldn't possibly get any darker. Next week, you're like, oh God, what the hell are they doing? They're getting darker. Stop this. It's awful. You're scarring your viewers. Yeah, they canceled Daredevil. I don't know if Punisher's having another season or not. Daredevil was over with, though. Daredevil was over. They ran the storyline out with that. Although I'm pretty sure they could have kept going. They didn't. It was a shame. Yeah, thank God they're not doing any more of Danny Rand, of whiny Danny Rand. That was awful. God, I got sick of seeing him complain. Yeah, I'm rich. I don't want to be Batman. You, Danny, make your fist glow and toast me a sandwich in your hand. Toast me a sandwich in your hand. Oh, that's a bit of a disappointment. I guess that's over with. Of course, then again, Marvel Universe is moving into its next phase now, so I wonder what else could happen. Punisher was cool. I liked the Punisher a lot. I was a big fan of the guy that they got to do it immediately either. I'm like, wait, isn't that Shane? I'm like, I hate stupid Shane. And it turned out to be pretty damn good. I was impressed. Make it a little dirtier than I want it to be. Okay. Just not happy with those being like that. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I know. My bleach Iron Man. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Give me a minute. I can see if I can grab it here. It's kind of in an awkward spot for grabbing. Put too much aging on this. Now it looks weird. I don't want them to be bright. I don't want these to be bright, but I don't want them to be black. It just has to be just enough to make it look tarnished over not tarnished. Means I gotta get the balance on the purple again. See, there we go. See, I need that. I'll put a little more purple into it. Now the edges, and that will blend into a less purple. That won't be so right in your face. This is exactly what I need. First the black, then more purple, a little less black, more purple. And get in here with some black. This is the fun parts. Go back through and kind of touch up the areas that you want to hit. That you can make them a little more the way you want them to, so they have the authentic look that you think it should be authentic to. Like up in the corners here, like I didn't quite get it all to stick that way I want to, so I just kind of get the brush on a wash and tap it in, and then pull back, and then I get that nice look I want, and I can tap it out just a little bit. There we go. I think there should be more caught around some of these edges, so that's what's going to happen up in here. See, I didn't quite get as much paint in there as I had hoped I would. Got to make sure it looks old enough to match the Canon. Put a couple coats of clear coat over top of this, and then call it a day. See, I don't like how clean that up in here. There's a very sharp, shiny edge, and I don't like that because there wouldn't be a very sharp edge in there, because it would be compounded over the years of getting stuff in there. So I kind of have to make sure I get in there to clean away that sharp. Let's see, here's another one. Sharp, shiny edge. At the same time, I got to mask it out, which is where, like, knowing your painting techniques, which I don't freaking know, to be honest, come in handy. It's just a matter of practicing this stuff and getting it the way you want it. Let's see. Make these pop out a little more. Just lightly hit it over the top, and then these nubbins pop up. And then we will be there we go. Nubbins show up really good. That's nice. It's the edges of this slightly. You see, it brings up all that wonderful, wonderful detail that's in here. You really can't get by trying to just hand paint it in. Well, it's kind of, I guess that's kind of what I'm doing, but you need to get in there with these and then like just lightly touch it, and you can bring all that up. I need to fit off these Tundra Retaliator. Yeah, you said you were having problems with that, Josh? You might have cut somewhere you weren't supposed to. Is that what did you figure that out or not? Did you cut somewhere you weren't supposed to, Josh? Did you? Get up. Did you? Because we all do that. I bet you OC Nerfer's probably cut more than his fair share of crap in the wrong spot. Some of the stuff that he comes out there with, like making that wrong cut. The oh shit moment after the wrong cut. Oh wait, no, I didn't. And try to convince yourself that you didn't just do that. I bet you nothing like that feeling. You just screwed up something. Ah, good. Good. So it wasn't a learning opportunity then. Okay. That is getting... I got a spare. I got to spare. Like any good old boy, I got a spare. Okay, well, I'm going to call that done. And I'm going to try to rubber my legs here. See if I can get this mask down for you. That was kind of painful. There you go. The one you're referring to is taking some damage. Bugger. It's definitely taken some damage over the couple of years. I'm going my mask one off. Brass, yeah, brass. Ugh. At least on the bright side, if you cut brass on the wrong spot, you still have nubs for doing things like pistols and stuff. So, provided it's like 17-30 seconds. You know, you didn't just cut a piece of 9/16 in the wrong spot. Oh, I just bought this. God damn it. Okay. Get some clear coat on this. There we go. Well, that's still, well, starting, okay. The problem with using epoxy putty is this. Things like that. It gets, here's another one. You get these separation lines. And the putty continues to cure over the plastic that it is and flexes. I'm hoping to solve that by using a different product. Not epoxy sculpt. Actually, just going to use foam. Believe it or not, I'm going to craft some more of those masks in a foam. instead. Because I can glue that fast. What time is it? 5:30. Roommate will be coming home soon. I have to get a little more drying. Yeah, the work comes up, but you know, it's 5 years old, maybe more. Wow, I got to be at least 5 years old. I lived in the trailer for about 5 to 7 years. I'm guessing it's probably 10 years old. Got to be coming up on that now. I won't know until Facebook reminds me the last time I went to that war, because I know what it was built for. The only thing I wish about this little project here is I could have gotten the damn thing opened up. I don't like the compass trace that's inside of it. It's a little too modern for the look, and it's not going to be aged. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can inject. I'm pretty sure I can drill a small hole into it and inject a little bit of coffee water or something to age the paper. Damn it! Being a sticky little object, it sure as hell is stick all of a sudden. Come on. Can't seem to reach it. Always goes wrong with the projects. I got to drop them on the floor and chip them at the last damn moment. Oh, luckily it's an aged project. Ding, what's a ding? Oh, what's a ding? Oh, right before we'll make a ding. Nags where they're supposed to be. Someone made a ding. What's a ding? Oh, I don't find that easy to believe. I'm going to have to talk about that one. That's not something I believe. Okay, so I guess we can go in for the reveal. I'll sit down here and cool for the night. I do love this automotive tape. I'll give it that much, man. This automotive tape is pretty cool stuff. Dong. If I can get so many paint layers on top of it, I can't get it loose. Where's my green tube? Eraser. There you go. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. Damn it. I should pick on that one. Maybe I should pick on another one. Inside you, the sickness is rising. There we go. How about that? And there's the compass. Nice and aged. I don't think it actually points north. I think it might try, but it's a toy, so that's what we got. Maybe it turned out too bad. You know, kind of want to. This is not going to do anything to the paint, but it'll rub up the just a little bit. Give it just a little bit better shine to the dull thud that it had before. Metal's pretty tarnished over. Probably could go back and hit it with a little bit of rub and buff or something, or put some shine on it in some areas, but I'm probably not gonna. I think that's it. That's what it's gonna be. I'll post photos of it up on InstaSlam here. I gotta head there apparently anyways now. So that's it, guys. Thank you for sticking with me on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Midgets getting tough. Their balls have not been washed. They're stranded on an island. And Gilligan was the boss. They should have just killed Gilligan. I mean, dude, how many times that guy gonna screw up everything like that? Like, he screwed everything up. He's done. He's done. He would never made that shit with me, man. Anyways. It's obvious. No, I don't own a beret. That is not my gig. Thank you guys for sitting here with me and alleviating my boredom. I gotta go upstairs and starting supper here in a couple minutes. So peace out, guys.